Hey Virgo, happy March 2017. I hope everybody had a good January and February. I'm going to shuffle the cards one more time. I like to add a little more energy to them as we get started, but I have pre-shuffled them as well. So as you know, my reads are generally about love and relationships, but if I do sense other things need to be addressed, I will bring those to the forefront as well. This is a general read. Hopefully it resonates with the majority of you, but you're also welcome to check your rising and moon signs to see if you can get some more clarity. I move pretty fast, as I've stated before. I have a lot to get out and a lot I want to say without taking up too much of your time. Recently, I've had some people putting timestamps in the comments where they've seen some orbs, so if you feel like doing that, go ahead and enter that in the comment section, as well as any private reading information is listed there, or if you have any questions, feel free to email me as well. So let's get started. All right, Virgo, March 2017, entering the month, your current position is going to be the Chariot. So Virgo, right out of the gate for March, you're fighting the devil and angel on your shoulders, so to speak. As you can see, these dragons are two different colors. The Chariot's not a negative card. It's you deciding whether to be the practical Virgo that you tend to be, or the emotional thrill seeker that you long to be, or some of you long to be. This card shows that, as I stated last month, you're starting to open up your softer side and let your emotions show, but it seems like somebody may be stirring it up for you, Virgo. If you're single, I feel like your dating options are still plentiful, but you are finding yourself being two types of people depending on who you're with and what your comfort level is. You're still wanting to find someone special, but you're starting with your practical side. However, now you're starting to show your softer side when you've been able to get past the first few dates. This card is dual, meaning two personalities coming through. And if they're fighting, the Chariot will stand still because it won't know which way to go. So if you let both parts of you out in equal proportions and hold on, you're in for one hell of a ride. For couples, this shows that one partner is more practical and maybe one is more emotional. For most of you, you're balanced coming into March, and I show plenty of movement. Is it terrible to say I'm also actually feeling that some couples' libidos didn't stop in February? Maybe some of you Virgos are blushing a little bit. This is actually a really good start to the month. I root for Virgo a lot because last year I felt like you were treated kind of as the underdog, and I've always known Virgos are a sign to really pay attention to. I tell the cards as they are, since I know that Virgos and most signs don't like to be sugar-coated, but this month some of you are getting some serious sugar, whether you're coupled or single. The Chariot's about working together, and both couples and singles are learning to work on each side, emotional and practical, in a way that's genuine. So the beginning of March is all about self-control and letting go. Yes, kind of complete opposites, but it's important that you acknowledge and at least bring to the surface both sides of yourself. Just keep in mind, if you can only identify with either the emotional or the practical, it's going to make forming and keeping bonds connected a much harder process. So the next card you have is going to be any challenges or feelings, often internal, that are going to either work with or against who you are or what position you are coming into the month. And you have the Four of Coins. So, this good thing this card is internal, Virgo, because I would think that some of you were taking a huge step back. This card goes along with the Chariot. This is you being frugal, but not in money, in emotions and romance. This is feelings on the inside, though, and not what you're reflecting on the outside. But some of you are having some serious internal struggles about how much emotion to show. However, as I stated, the Chariot tells me that you're doing it, you're showing that emotion, just maybe at a slower pace. For couples, this means that whatever was getting in the way of your romance, kids, work, outside factors, you have a fear of that continuing to interrupt. But, I don't get the sense that it will. This also means that you actually feel a little vulnerable because maybe you did open up and show a softer side, and you feel almost as if like you're naked and everybody can see you now. Don't fall back into the pattern of always being practical, although I get the sense a lot of you are paired with a partner who's just not going to let that happen. For singles, this is similar. Many of you want to revert back to being sensible about everything. Maybe you felt uncomfortable in letting go. You're doing it, but again, it's a territory you haven't fully mastered, and you don't need to. Each little step, makes a big difference. Although I can tell some of you still want to run the other direction for the fear of getting hurt or truly loving someone again. On a side note, be very careful. I'm getting not about love, but about loaning money. So whether you're single or coupled, this card heeds a very strong warning that you don't want to get caught up in the weeds of somebody else's financial mess. This may even be for one of you out there, but I see people looking into timeshares or investing in opportunities, and somebody's gut is strongly telling them not to do this, and I would trust your gut, because it feels like if you don't, you can kiss that money goodbye. So the next card you're getting is past relationships, which we deal with every month, and you have the Five of Wands. So, all right, Virgo, here we are again in the past placement, which I know everybody loves. But as I've stated before, it's really important to examine it once in a while to avoid repeating the same actions or allowing the same type of people back into your life. This, again, is in your distant past, and maybe a year ago or 10 years ago. For both couples and singles, this card is painful. This card is chaos, just unbelievable chaos. It's as if things spiraled out of control. I see a lot of divorces that came as a surprise. Also, it seems like some of you learned something new about somebody you loved dearly and deeply for years, and it seems as though you started learning new things about them that you never knew existed, even after you were together for quite a long time. A lot of you kind of felt as though you were putting effort into a facade or a mirage. This card is an attack, but not physical. This is somebody who was almost second-guessing your capabilities, your morals, your reasoning, blaming you for everybody, accusing you of cheating, but in reality, they were unfaithful, or they were lying or cheating or had an addiction. You thought you were headed in one direction, and it turns out you and your partner weren't even in the same car. So Virgo, this card is telling me a lot of you were blindsided, which would explain why it's easier to hide your emotional side instead of, the big heart that I know is really buried in there somewhere. So the next card you have is going to be your most recent past. So this is in the past few weeks, and this is going to be the Fool. So this is a great card for your recent past. My immediate reaction is that for singles, someone sparked in you an awakening last month. Even if it was just a romantic rendezvous, it doesn't seem like it had staying potential, but something turned on inside you. Not just the physical aspect either, on a different level. The Fool is a rebirth, new beginnings. These possibilities are available to you. While you still struggle to allow the good to come in and react in a way that harbors it, you're definitely working towards it. As I stated last month, the potential is there, and you are going for it. And some of you almost seem to have like a giddiness or innocence about you this month. For couples, you're also experiencing feelings of being refreshed. I feel like a few of you may have big plans for like a garden, which then spiraled into let's make a plan to eat better, and it has you both excited about doing things together that are really healthy. Again, this could be for one couple, but I see two people planting seeds, and this could be metaphorically speaking. Maybe somebody's trying for a baby. Maybe that's what the seed is. I see a lot of couples on the beach. So whatever the case is, you're definitely trying and giving it your all, which is very positive. The next card we have is going to be distant possibilities in the future. So not just March, but over the next couple of months. And you have the Queen of Cups. So, Virgo, keep getting in touch with your mushy side, because the Queen tells of distant possibilities, dreams coming true. This is somebody who truly believes that they deserve something special, and they will get it. Right now, it's an up and down struggle, mainly subconsciously, but the Queen means change. This means some of you are going to get tired of your own practicality, and you won't even have a choice other than to love and let yourself go a little bit. For singles, I feel like this means you will find somebody who really fits with you, but you're going to have to fight for it and make the effort. this person won't be available long either. I get the sense it's almost like a fleeting possibility. If you don't go for them sooner than later, you know, and that means opening up and being vulnerable, you may lose that chance. I see some of you have a past lover that you can't get over either, or past relationship. You can't get them off your mind or cut the feeling that they were the one for you. Go. I mean, run. If you really feel that way, because this relationship that I'm seeing isn't the harsh 5 from your distant past. This was maybe someone who got burned a little bit by you while you were still trying to get over the 5, and maybe you didn't give them a fighting chance. To be fair, they did say they would stick with you. They said they loved you and had strong feelings for you, but in the end they had to let go for their own peace of mind and yours. So if you feel strongly about this person and you can't release the connection you had, and some of you really had a strong connection with somebody before the relationship went south, then take the initiative, because I see this person having a lot of opportunities presenting themselves pretty quick. And some of these people were like holding out for you to kind of get your stuff together and come back, and it took longer than they thought, or maybe you weren't showing them, maybe they saw things through social media, etc., and they're ready to just forget it completely. So again, this could be for 1 or 2 of you, but you know, why not? The worst that could happen is they say no, and you're feeling so good this month that you can move on if that happens. So if you're coupled, again, I can't get the mystery or physical romance out of my head for some reason. It's as if you're experiencing each other physically for the first time, or being open about wants and desires, and you're kind of surprising each other in what, you know, you want, in and out of the bedroom. I also feel a strong sense of togetherness in a rekindling of almost spirituality or religion. Maybe you chose to start going to church again, or for the first time ever. I don't even get a sense that it's conformed religion, more like you two are showing an appreciation for the greater good or spirit. You also see it as almost tangible around you right now. So it's actually beautiful, because it feels like some of you are surrounded by like a light energy and positivity. Some of you are going to be camping and, you know, taking in the stars or taking moonlit walks. And it's going to seem like it takes you to a deeper level of being one kind of with your surroundings and each other. The next card you have is going to be your immediate future. And let's see. You have the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups for immediate future is good, but it does heed some warnings. So for singles, this means options are still available, and you have a plethora of them. As I've said for 2 months now, you have plenty of choices. But right now and last month, I have a feeling that you've had a lot of romantic propositions, but nothing that's really felt like it has a foundation so far. This card is about temptation as well. And as I also said last month, you put into the universe what you want. So if you put out the vibe that a one-night stand is a possibility, and that's what you're into, that's what you'll get in return. And that's kind of hard to build something out of that. I mean, if that's what you want to do and have fun, and that's building your confidence to meet somebody, and it's, you know, an adult mutual relationship, that's really up to you. But in the end, it's not going to be a strong foundation. A lot of you are feeling sprightly, and as I've stated before, you'll definitely want to show your softer side, but not just going after lust, but being emotional and emotionally available as well. A lot of you show that you're capable partners and hard workers. Nobody doubts that, but nobody wants to be in a relationship with somebody that they feel never has any worries or hesitancy in love. Everyone is scared of getting heartbroken or hurt to an extent. And the people you're meeting and are going to meet, while they appreciate your confidence and they know you would be a good partner, they also want to know that you would be, a good lover, and that, they're not alone in their feelings of being scared or giving their heart away again and getting hurt. For couples, this card is about choices. As I said above with, the Fool card, your distant past seems like that your recent past shows that some of you have decided to plant gardens or create families, and it seems like those choices or decisions are coming to fruition this month. So I see a lot of you daydreaming about what your future kids will look like. It's weird. I also see some of you doing 5Ks or triathlon, or even less active activities like ordering those online, meal services that come to your house, or taking cooking classes. I just see a lot of choices that both you and your partner are happy about and in full agreement. Maybe a lot of you are having baby hopes, and that's why the bedroom keeps coming in as a hot point this month. Whatever it is, your chariot's coming in and it's moving forward on an even keel without the, tug and pull that you've had in the past. So the next card you have is going to be future external factors, and you have the Magician. So the Magician is a great external factor. Virgo, this may be the best reading I've done for a Virgo in about a year. There will always be good and bad, but this may be one of the best readings I've done for March so far, personally and online. So in personal readings and obviously here on YouTube. Everything is vibing really well. The Magician comes right after the Fool in the major arcana, so you have the 0 and the 1. For singles, this is about connections. This is you connecting with other people on levels you never thought possible. Your versatility is shining through and you're doing new things. I see a lot of you going to maybe meetup groups that don't even reflect dating, so to speak. Maybe bowling leagues, board game nights. You're doing this because these are things that you're genuinely interested in. It's as if you're starting to realize that if you do things that make you happy, this will reflect on all aspects of your life. Taking time to be you and doing things you enjoy is super important, because that helps you take care of yourself emotionally, physically, spiritually, etc. It's just as important to have love for somebody else and as it is to love yourself. So for couples, this is taking control of your love life and relationship. Feels like for the first time, both of you feel a lot less chaotic and you're in control of your home life, work life, and now somewhat of your love life. Let's face it, you'll never completely be in control of everything, but you feel like you have a firm grip. You've made your relationship a priority, and that's what's most important. You're well aware of what you can accomplish on your own, but you're seeing the magic of what you can accomplish when you're together. Again, I keep getting pictures of couples working on their habits, like eating better, exercising, going to bed early. But I don't just see physical habits like working out, but healthy habits like making sure you fit in your date night, or texting your partner a little more than usual to let them know you care. Whatever it is, it's going to blossom this month. The next card you have is internal factors, and you have the 10 of Wands. And I laugh because your internal factors are always definitely a little different than your external. Virgo, this means you need to get out of your own heads. I'm glad this card is internal, same as I said about this card above the 4. You are, fighting a losing battle, and I say that in the nicest way. You're battling with yourself on whether putting too much time into yourself and your romantic life should be important. You feel your responsible self kind of drifting away, and it's not happening, so let it go. Let yourself enjoy the people around you, enjoy doing things that make you feel good. Virgos are excellent at dealing with matters at hand, responsibly. This is no way affecting what you deserve in love. For singles, you still sometimes want to revert back to that dating and finding love as a burden attitude because, why? It's not your most comfortable arena. You don't like feeling vulnerable. You've been burned before. You're all about putting in the work, but what if the work leads to heartbreak? I mean, can you deal with that, Virgo? Can you put in the work you so diligently have before, knowing that it may not always be perfect or work out exactly how you planned? What if it was the one? What would you do with yourself then? I mean, think about it. Mind blown. For couples, this is an anxiety that still lies within one or both of you. I don't feel this anxiety bubbling to the surface because right now things just feel that good. I do, however, sense that some of you have the same feelings as singles do. Is the hard work paying off? Am I making my partner happy? What if I fall back into the crevices between the peaks? Guess what? You will at some point, but not today, and I don't feel like you will this month. There will be times life will get in the way again, and the romance will feel like a burden and take the back seat again, but you will turn up the effort and see the positive effects of that again. Ride the waves of the bliss as much as you can, and remember these times. When you step back into murky waters, you can remember the good times. So the next two cards you have are going to be your hopes and fears and the outcome for the month of March. So your hopes and fears are going to be represented by the Eight of Cups. And then your outcome is the Nine of Cups. So, man, Virgo, you have a lot of cups this month. You have the 7, 8, and 9. They all go in order. So, which I don't know if you're aware, and the Queen, sorry. But cups are the suit in the deck that represent people and typically romance. So what better for a love and relationship reading that's positive this month than a bunch of cups? So your hopes and fears being the Eight of Cups shows that you're ready and you feel like things are not moving fast enough. You can see the feathers are kind of stagnant here. Who is this single Virgo that's ready to find love? It's as if you can't wait and you're bursting with anticipation. This is you wanting to get things moving. You're hoping for change. You're searching for a person who completes you. I feel a lot of impatience, mainly because you feel like even though you've taken a ton of time off, or most of you have taken time off to self-reflect and figure out, what you can take and let go of from previous relationships, you're feeling, ready to go. Like you've taken the time and you're ready to move. Some of you, I feel, also beat yourself up, not feeling worthy, or almost as if you were giving up because of past hurts. And now you're finding the different side of yourself and you just want to share it with somebody special. You're kind of like, hey, I found my mushy side a little bit. And so, hey, I want to be mushy with somebody. For couples, this is you fearing that you're going to head back into the complacency of work, kids, sleep, repeat. Change those thoughts into knowledge of what can and will be and how you came into the positive parts within your relationship. Each time you take a step in the right direction, those steps become a pathway leading you back to better times. And it gets easier to get back there once you've made strides in getting there. It's as though, you've got stepping stones now. Yes, realistically, you will let life get in the way again. At some point, new obstacles will arise, but you can't let fear overrule the possibilities of positivity in your relationship or coming back to the love and romance that you're capable of feeling. Besides, obstacles are often easier to get over with a partner, that person that helps balance you out. For the outcome, you have the 9. And what can I say? This card is bliss. Literally, this card represents bliss. For singles, this is surrounding yourself with positive people and fulfilling dreams that you've had. For some of you, I feel like this isn't just fulfillment and love, but I get the sense you're testing other areas of your life. Maybe long hikes you never felt you could accomplish, or making new friends that are going to be long lasting. This is things falling into place and coming your way right now. The outcome of March is stable and you feel as though your head is in the clouds. And for once, Virgo, you're not rushing to plant your feet back on earth. Whether you rekindle a past romance or find somebody new this month, it's definitely looking positive for you. For couples, this is pleasure, and I apologize, frankly, for the physical that keeps coming into play so much in this reading for you. But hey, is that really a bad thing? This does, though, represent, physicality in the bedroom. Once again, as this reading has presented itself, that seems to be one of the common themes. This card means that whatever you've been working towards in your relationship, it's full steam ahead. This isn't just love either. I get the strong sense of somebody carrying a bag, like some sort of laptop bag, and leaving a meeting with their head held high, and like a coy smile on their face. And then they head home and celebrate with you or you with them. Someone or some of you may be building some serious business relations as well. And a side note, again, I see ocean or beaches, maybe even snorkeling or scuba. It's weird too, because I get the sense that maybe one of you, even if it's just one of you, somebody's getting told they're too far along to fly. So maybe a pregnancy. Whatever the case may be, wait. That's weird. I also get the sense that some of you are adopting a pet. So, whether it's pet, pregnancy, taking a trip, etc. I know that there's a lot that I brought out that could be possibilities. I think some of you got adopting a pet last month as well. So, altogether, this is very positive for couples and singles. Again, I almost feel like I should apologize for it being so positive, because I know some people almost didn't believe it or didn't think that that was something that could actually happen. But again, Virgo, I get the sense like you're slowly coming over this hump, and it won't always last. It won't always be perfect, but now is your time, so relish in it. So I'm doing kind of this chintzy green fortune cookie for St. Patrick's Day for the month of March. It may or may not have anything to do with the reading we just had, but I thought it would be kind of fun. So let's see. You have do what you wish as long as it doesn't harm anyone. So I'm going to leave that right there on the bliss. It pretty much could go with any of the things, the Fool, new beginnings, all of the cups you've had. So this definitely is kind of cute to go along with it. Do what you wish, keep your head in the clouds as long as you're not hurting anybody. Do the meetup groups. Open your heart to somebody that you normally wouldn't. Virgo, again, I hope you have a fantastic March. I can't wait to see you in April. Take care.